Welcome everyone to another episode of Bruvcast. I'm Raj.
I'm Mick. What's going on,
What's
man?
going on, man? Why you said it before me this time? What's up?
You know why I did that, yeah? Because otherwise, if you say "What's up, man," that means you can just chill for a bit, and I'm gonna be scrambling for something, innit? Yeah. But today neither of us are at the races.
I've got some news though, innit?
Okay.
Obviously, this is big news in this series of Presidential Apprentice. They had a big row, innit?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah. This got to be either Elon Musk is one dysfunctional motherfucker, yeah, where he just thinks, you know what, he's got no filter, man, nothing. He'll go straight to public platforms, bruv.
He's like, so when apparently last week so he left his job at Doge, and then he was like, I think a few days later, he started complaining about that big, beautiful bill that the president's just passed. And then that turned into this big spat where, and then he said, oh, well, he wouldn't be in power if it wasn't for me.
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, and he's in the Epstein files.
Oh, by the way, there's no coming back from that. There is nothing your publicist, yeah, as a president, yeah, or your PR person can do to save you. Yeah, you know what I'd do if I was that PR person, huh? Yeah, you know when Trump obviously looks at him and say, "What can we do?" Yeah, I'll be like, "Look, man, I'm resigning because I'm gone, bro."
Oh, the publicist, yeah. I think that's happened in the previous years that he had his PR teams in the past, at least in 2016. Like there were so many people that were working around him that left. I don't know if it was his publicist, but I know there was people that left.
But that's all you can say and do. How can you turn it anymore? Like what?
I don't think that he cares about turning it. I think he just won't acknowledge it. He just won't acknowledge it. But the thing is, if he knew about that, why is he only waiting until they've had a disagreement to bring it out? Why not bring it out earlier?
It's petty, childish behavior, isn't it? Huh? He's like, I had to leave my post, so I'm going to do something to you, basically, as I leave the door, innit? As I leave.
Yeah.
That's happened before. I can't remember where it was, but there was these kids trapped somewhere, and then there was this British diver trying to go and save them, and Elon Musk offered to give them some tech that he was developing, and this guy said, "Nah, that's not going to be good enough." And then Elon Musk called him a pedophile.
It's like playground behavior, isn't it?
Like what? So it's not unlike him, this behavior. But yeah, that's the latest news, man. I don't know. Have you ever had a disagreement that big, bro, where it's got that public, or have you in your fams where, you know, sometimes that happens in a WhatsApp group. Someone says something and there's a jig.
Do you know what? No. Have I seen anything? Has anything ever played out in public? No, man. I've not had anything that...
WhatsApp is as public as it gets.
If someone else you in the group, yeah, buoys you up, yeah. But the thing is, WhatsApp's one of these things where messages and tones can get misconstrued depending on how busy someone is, yeah, because they can be short with their message, right? If someone says, "Can we go about and can we do this?" Basically, have you noticed? If you're in person, you just say, "Nah, allow that. That's long." Yeah, but the person gets a feel for your face, your body language, everything, that you're not being rude. But when you say no abruptly on a message, even though you're not meaning to be rude or abrupt in any way, the other person be like, "Yeah," or you know when, you noticed.
That's true.
It's like, I don't know, man, when someone's in the photo and no one likes it, and you're like, why is man not looking at a photo, man? What's going on? Do you understand? That's what social media does, isn't it? At the end of the day, right? But nothing to the level of this, man. This is just, I don't know, man. I think you probably have disagreements with your siblings in a private group, innit? Yeah, where you can act yourself and act a fool. Yeah,
yeah.
But other than that, nah, man. I thought this was like just fake news initially, but then I saw it was actually from his own Twitter account.
I've had the closest thing that I've had to that is we have a group of like people that are in the same block as us, and there's one person in particular that is like just not very cooperative about things. So if I've been trying to like I've been trying to get a freehold. Like, so as a group, you can purchase the freehold of the place off the landlord. So we've been going down this process for years and kind of like, getting it done. And this one person just does not cooperate, bruv. Every time there is a hassle, I have to message her in the group, then I have to message her directly outside of the group on WhatsApp. Then I also message her on iMessage because she doesn't respond to me. Like, and I need
answers,
her input to get things done. And then there's times where, and then I think there was something that I missed up doing. I've been organizing the whole process. I've been running it, dealing with the solicitors and all the rest of it. And I missed we have to file our accounts because we've got the freehold now. So I have to file our accounts. I missed the deadline for that. And then she was like, and I was like, oh, sorry about this, missed this deadline. I set up an email alert, but I must have missed it, or it didn't get sent to me for whatever reason. And she was, oh, that's just not acceptable. Yeah, bro. She was like, oh, that's not acceptable. I will pay it on this occasion, but I'm not going to pay it in future. And it's not good enough as an excuse. Bruv, her messages to me, get me so angry. I cannot tell you, bruv.
Oh my god.
And it's not the first time that she's like had that. It's the tone. It's the tone, right? Like, we are all responsible for this because as a when you purchase a freehold, it's the group of people that are within the block are now joint owners of the freehold. So, it's something that we all have to be on the lookout for. And yeah, she was just like, it's not acceptable.
Do you know what? Isn't this is the person that you allow when the freehold process was going through and she was purchasing her place in the block, you allowed her after her begging,
Yeah.
You gave her the opportunity. Because
we were the process had started and then she was about to purchase it, and then we were like, let's hold off, but give you a chance to buy this flat so that once you've bought it, you can buy the freehold with us as a as one of the owners of a property. So yeah, no gratitude, bruv.
The thing is, people can switch, and it's like Elon Musk, and like he got the job. They were all standing arm in arm, basically. Yeah,
she's yeah,
and
it is. It's literally that. It's the same
once
thing.
Once you're in, you're so crafty. Like, oh, fuck this, I'm in now, so I can just and turn the screw. And also, the messages. I'm not being biased towards you, but that would piss me off too, because you're like, well, I'm doing this as a favor. I'm just doing this out the with no expectation of anything in return. I'm just heading it up, basically. You could easily
literally.
She could easily be the one who's like, oh, you know what, Raj? Sorry, I just noticed that I was looking at the accounts. Be proactive, basically, and say, actually, we need to submit this. Yeah. But now she's actually severing ties with you slowly. Yeah, where you won't even. Next time there's an accounts have to be delivered, or submitted. You might give it to the other freeholders, but you might not give it to her to do, because if you want it to be petty, right?
If I want it to be, but it's like
it just holds you back in the end, anyway.
It holds us back. We're jointly responsible, and it's like I've had to. And when I filed it last time, it was like, I don't know, 15, 20 quid or something. So divided by everyone, it's about a couple of pounds, like £3.50. But obviously, if I start saying that I'm not going to, I'll just I'll just pay for it. No, it's a business. You've got to basically take money from every. She took 6 weeks to give me that money, bro.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, man. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Well,
and the icing on the cake is that there's now a new person that has bought a flat, right? So one of the people that went through the process with us, she sold her property, and now there's a new person that's bought that flat and is now effectively one of the freeholders. Okay. Yeah. She is so nice to that person in the group chat. she's over like being proper like a jumpy, bruv. You know, a fucking jumpy, yeah. She's being like that. She's like, "Oh hi, yeah, so excited for you to move in. Please, let me know if you need anything." And then she signed it with her name, but a shortened version of her name, which in the 2 years that we've known her, she's never used that name. She's always signed it with her own full name. So I'm like, what is going on, bro?
What have you done to her, man? Do you say anything?
I didn't do anything, man. You want to take my side, bro?
You know what? It's funny, isn't it? Is this all over WhatsApp?
Everything's over WhatsApp.
So basically,
so we had there was one time where I had to arrange a meeting because we needed to clear the air because she was just dragging her feet with everything, taking long about the paperwork. We have to set up a company to do this because you have to get a company to acquire the freehold. She was like, I don't want a company. I don't want us to do it that way. Is there no other way to do it? And I was like, no, this is the only way. She was like, I'm going to look into this. Let me get back to you. Like, just longing it out just for the sake of it, right? I don't understand what the game plan was, but she just kept longing it out. So I had to arrange. So it was the one time that we had a Zoom meeting about it. And then everything since then has just been purely on WhatsApp. And you know, the funny thing is, the lady who sold her property, she was in the group chat, obviously, right before she sold it. And when this all kicked off, when she was like, "Oh well, I'm going to pay this time, but I'm not going to pay next time. It's your responsibility. Like you should have checked it or whatever." When she was saying all this, this lady was like, "Thanks, Raj, so much for the process. Now that we've sold our flat, I'm going to leave this chat group, bruv." And then she bounced. She bounced from the drama, man.
And you felt all alone, didn't it? You feel like, oh man. Do you know what?
No. There's me. There's some others in there now.
Enough.
There are some others in there. It wasn't just
you know what?
But
People, I don't know, man. Like, do you regret letting her into the? Could you have? It might be a silly question, but could you have gone through the process without her even in it because she was purchasing as new?
No.
You needed her to be in it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because everyone's got to be in it. Yeah. I mean, then you just have to bear it, innit? It's just one of those things.
No, it's just it's like a wart, bruv.
Well, now no. There's always one though, isn't it? Who always challenges the status quo, has no knowledge, doesn't want to commit any time towards it, but wants to slow the process down. And you're thinking, what is your motivation here? That's
the thing that I don't get. If I understood what the motivation was, then I'd be like, okay, fine. This is what you don't want to do, but you can't. There's no way that she's making it clear. So you're just kind of like, okay, you're just trying. You know, some people that just want to be difficult because they can be difficult. They just want to get in the way of things to show their own importance.
Yeah.
She's that.
Basically, she wants attention. She wants to be seen as the alpha.
Yeah, maybe.
Or she just doesn't like mans, isn't it?
She doesn't like mans. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's just an So I'm just going to not cooperate.
I think, I think, you know what? That's the thing over WhatsApp. You read into it. When you get the energy, you know, sometimes you're like in denial. Like sometimes you're like, nah, she's all right with me, man. Yeah, or like you're like, or you're in denial, but you actually know the truth that this person definitely doesn't like me. So you analyze every single one of their messages, every word. Yeah.
Because, I do that. I do that with Gogan. I'm like, is this what she's saying? Gogan, I'm gonna shout that. She's like, she's so disrespectful. Why don't you say something? And I was like, why am I going to get into a war of words? Because this is the kind of person that this is a Musk character, bruv.
Yeah.
They're not going to back down. It's just like, I just want to throw my toys out the pram. So,
and then they'll start a bit of a war, where they start to. It's like a witch hunt, yeah. And then you don't want her to try to turn everyone else against you, innit, for no reason, innit, just because you responded, innit. Sometimes you're like, you know what? Why do I want to communicate with this person more than I need to, even if she despises me, yeah? That means you've got under her skin enough, yeah? You know, sometimes the best way to deal with people like that, yeah, is to just be polite, yeah, and then act as if nothing bothers you whatsoever, yeah, and then scream and shout in your own four doors, bro, in the four corners of your house.
But you know what it is? That is. Because if you show any response,
retaliation, innit? Towards it,
or you show that it's affecting you, then that's it.
They'll squeak. And do you know what? There's a lot of those. Nisha's like someone like that, yeah. in her life, and it's all to do with property as well, yeah. And this one person is like the head landlord of the place, yeah, where her family owns, right? And she is like just hard to deal with, man. Yeah, just hard to deal. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I'm gonna go racist here, bro. It's always Indians, bro, who are difficult to deal with, bro. It is, bro. Yeah, they always screw, yeah. Turn the screw on everything, and they ask the silliest questions. When it's such a simple process, you think in your head this will be quick, and it never is, bro. It never is, bro. Just the other day, yeah, I was driving, yeah, and someone, you know, when you want to go through, you want to drive through a road, but there's a road that obviously crosses it, yeah, and sometimes traffic builds up. Your traffic's gone green, yeah, so you can go, but there's a car blocking you because there's traffic that's built up. But there's the person who's blocked it should have had enough common sense to leave a gap, yeah, so to let you through, yeah. But they're just gonna be, they basically avert the court of justice here, bro, yeah, and then they basically cause more traffic. This person saw that our light went green. He saw I was coming through, and he still came forward, bro. Yeah, standard, yeah. It was an Indian in his bloody fucking Nissan or whatever it was, bro. And I got so annoyed, yeah. But I was like, you know what? I just horned, yeah. And I was like, I put my hands together. I was like, yeah. And then I think he was frustrated already, yeah. He was frustrated from being in traffic for so long that he was like, I'm not moving. You didn't have to horn, yeah. And he was doing all that shit, yeah. So basically,
did you get out of the car?
Do you know what, bro? I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Yeah, bro. Man felt strong in it and he like a hero. I didn't know, yeah. And then I was like,
well, because you sized the guy up from because he's like, I can take him.
Obviously, bro. Me and you think alike, yeah. You would have jumped over the roof, yeah, be like some action Jackson hero, bro, yeah.
I'll come out the sunroof,
yeah, and he started to. Then he rolled his window up, yeah? And I was like, what am I doing? As I got out of the car, I was like, what am I doing?
Oh, you did get out? You got out?
I literally opened, because he put his fingers up at me like this, yeah? It's an old Indian guy. Not old Indian guy, but middle-aged, yeah? Probably our age, yeah? Maybe a little bit older. Yeah. And that's what annoyed me, because I only horned to get his attention, yeah? And I was actually politely asking, can you just move back, yeah? Because I thought, why am I starting a war with this guy, yeah? But when he put his fingers up when he went, I'm not moving, and then he went like this, yeah, I was like, yo, you're fucking taking a piss now, yeah. And then I obviously sized him up, innit? Yeah. Saw the demographic of the third person. I was like,
profile really deep, bro.
Probably Chandrakant from fucking down the road. Yeah. Anyway, listen. So that, as I got out of the car, I was like, what am I actually reasoned with myself, bro. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not this guy, man. Yeah. I was like, and then I went around the back, yeah, because he had enough space. But I just felt, I was like, the kind of guy I am, bro, I want to do some damage, bro. If you throw an egg at you or something, but I was like, forget it. I think I was more annoyed about something else. That on the way, you know, when sometimes when you get in the car by yourself, you're annoyed about something. So you're driving, but you're not really driving. Yeah, your thoughts and you're somewhere else basically. Yeah. Anyway, I think that was, and then this thing, yeah, when he put his fingers up. Normally, I don't give a shit about that stuff. Yeah, I'm like, oh, whatever. I think as I went around him and I calmed down, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, it's funny, isn't it? How your thoughts and your like, you know, when you're annoyed about something, you've just had a shitty conversation with someone on the phone, and then the next person you see, you take it out on them, basically, yeah? I mean, don't get me wrong, he should have fucking put his fingers up, because I was only politely asking him, yeah? But as I was getting that, I started laughing to myself, though, yeah? Because I was like, man's got out of the car and everything, yeah? And then I was like, nah, nothing going on. Like, get back in the car. They want it. What good is it? Do you understand what I mean, yeah? What good is going to come of it, bro?
Wait, did he get scared?
Yeah, he started rolling up his windows. He rolled down his windows early. And then as I got out of the car, yeah, he started to roll his windows up. Yeah. And you know what? I'm 100% guaranteed. Not because I have fear, but you know when you actually do something which they don't expect? Like, no one expects someone to get out of a car, yeah? But when you do and you go up to someone's window, yeah, bro, they instantly, simmer down, yeah? They're like, well, you didn't ask me politely. You know what I mean? You can imagine that conversation playing out.
Backtrack.
Yeah. And I was not because he's scared, because he just doesn't want none of it, innit? Yeah. Because he's like,
he doesn't want the escalation.
And someone's just going to damage your car from the outside, innit? Yeah. Or do something. Obviously, I wasn't going to do that, but I went around the back of it. I started laughing to myself in terms of, like, the way he put. It's actually funny.
The only thing I can see you doing in that situation, I know you're not going to damage the car, but you're probably pulling up the windscreen right.
Yeah, that is such a sick idea. Don't even break it, yeah? Just pull it up. Yeah.
No, just pull it up,
Make
bro.
it-
Just make it annoying.
Don't touch my car. Yeah. And then he'll get out and then he'll do all that shit. And I was like, do you know what? And the thing is, yeah, if someone else gets out of the car and if no one throws a punch or something, yeah, or does something, yeah, then it's like, you're just like, no, what are you doing it for, man?
Nothing's going to happen.
And what does that do, bro? That's just someone gets your number. Don't worry. Even though he was a knob, no one saw that. Yeah. If you do anything, you're only going to be the knob, and someone's got your number plate, and it's just going to cause you more aggro in the long run, man.
Yeah.
But it's funny when those things happen.
It's the heat of the moment, though, isn't it?
It's the heat, man. It's the heat. And to be fair, I don't have kids in the car, obviously, yeah. But that's another thing as well, isn't it? Like you just wouldn't do it anyway because you wouldn't want to leave your seat, man.
No.
It was such a petty thing, man. I think that's why that's why I was like, that's why I made my Indian comment, bro. I just find they're the hardest people to deal with, bro. Honestly, they want the world, yeah, but don't want to give up.
They don't want it, but they don't want to give anything for
bro.
it.
They don't want to give. Forget money, bro. Yeah, they don't even want to give an ounce of their time, basically, a minute of their time, a second of their time, or anything, basically. It's all for free. What can I take?
But why? Why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. From the hardship of life, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I have no idea. It's like that in India, isn't it? You want the world, but you don't want to give up anything. Why should I give it up? Yeah. But whereas I think, and that rubs off on us, yeah. As in, you've gone into negotiations before where you think to yourself, but actually, when you go into negotiations with an open mind and you befriend the person in front of you, I'm not saying they give you the world, but they'll give you more than what you get if you're a bit more open.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you see it as a cold
Bro,
night.
I've seen my dad negotiate, yeah, and it's like, bro, you're aggressive, yeah, you're like, because you want what you want, yeah, and well, you know, when something doesn't work, you bought something and it doesn't work. How many times? You've worked in retail, yeah. How many times the Indian come back and say, this doesn't work, I want my money back? It's just like that in one sentence. This doesn't work, I want my money back, yeah. But sir, you've broken the box. The thing's been used. Like, I think you've had this for at least a year. The writing's faded off. How long you had this? 1 week. Yeah? Bro, and you look at it and you're thinking, bro, are you kidding me? You could have come in and said, look, man, I've had this for a year. Yeah? How you doing? You okay? How are you? Yeah? I've had this for a year. Look, it stopped working. I do like it, but what can you do for me? Can you give me my money back so I can get another one? Or get, spend somewhere else, basically? Or... what can you do for me? Can you give me a new one at least? Yeah, bro. When that guy in front of you is gonna be like, this guy was respectful. It's a good experience in your mind. You're gonna try your best.
You're gonna try to do what you can.
The first version of what I just said, I'd be like, all right, fine. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, I'd go back. I wouldn't even speak to anyone. Yeah, I'd come back. Sorry, sorry. I did my best because I don't like you. You came in all guns blazing and you blame me.
Entitlement.
I don't know, and that's what it is, isn't it? It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it's entitlement, isn't it? Do you feel with the flat person it's entitlement? They want something from you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think this is someone that has had their way their whole entire life, and now is in a situation where, one, they're not in control, and two, things aren't going how they want them to go. And haven't done so far in the process. So there's just resentment and spite. Yeah. And that's playing out every single time that I say something on the chat. So we're seeing it in the political arena right now, bro. That's basically what's happening.
Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants to feel like they're in control when they want to be.
That's what I think. I think it comes down to control, bro.
And praise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it looks like you've lost the argument, right, and you're no longer in control of it, then you look like the weaker person. And that's why Elon Musk is like, okay, trying to make Donald Trump look as bad as possible, which is not. It's not hard, bro, because there's enough dirt around that you can put anything to his name, and he's got his hands in so many pies, bro. Yes.
Bro, you can put enough dirt on him; he'll still run for a third term if that was possible.
He'll still go for it. No, he thought Hali Nicker said, bro.
Become the president of India. Yeah, did you understand? It will happen. Like,
President Modi, I'm gonna take over. It's gonna be amazing. India's gonna be the 53rd state, bro.
it's mental, man. Like, you can't bring this guy down. You can do the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
You just said about being the weaker person. You're deemed to be the weaker person. Yeah, like, it's true. Like, if you get out, if you lock up your doors, yeah, and you don't get out of the car, then you look like a weak person. Or if you go out the car and then you come back in, you look like a weak. But in front of who, bro? They don't even see you again. Does that make sense? For a split second.
Yeah.
Or would you rather look like a weak person, or would you rather deal with Popo coming around and be like, "Look, man, look, I made a mistake, innit? Yeah," and you're like,
"I'm sorry.
Look, I got clean record, man."
Oh, you know what? So to say that, yeah. My parents' alleyway, bro. There was someone dumping junk into that alleyway, right? Yeah. And I could see the house, and it was basically there was no rubbish in this alleyway apart from right on the other side of this house. Okay, so it was obvious that this house was basically doing that, right? They would basically get like bags and stuff and just throw it over into the alleyway. And this is the alleyway that my parents used to park the car. So I went there one day to just clear it up and just try and figure out, like, what is this stuff? What is all of these bags of crap, right? And the lady was outside. I was like, do you know how these bags got here? She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, there's bags of rubbish. They're just outside on the other side of your fence. I'm trying to understand why this is here. And she was like, what are you accusing me of? I said, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to understand, why are these bags here? And she was like, I don't know what they are. And I was like, it looks like it's rubbish. It looks like it's rubbish that's come here. And she was like, I've seen someone come and dump it. And I was like, why would someone come only this far and dump it just outside here? I was like, I find that strange. And she was like, if you don't leave me alone and get off my property, then there's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble. I was like, what trouble? What trouble are you going to cause? And she was like, I'm not. And I was like, I'm not on your property. I'm on my property, right? Yeah, I'm nowhere near you. And she was like, just leave me alone. I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm just trying to sit in my gun. I was like, I'm trying to understand why there's junk here. Someone's clearly, using this space as a dumping ground, and that's not on, right? That's illegal. It's illegal. You're not allowed to dump your rubbish anywhere, right? And then about a week later, I'm at home, bro. Yeah. This is before I left my parents. Like, bro, police, bro. Police, bro, yeah. At the front door. Like, are you Mr. Arjan? I was like, yeah. They was like, we're just going to come inside and have a chat. I was like, all right, come on. I knew, bro, yeah. As soon as I saw them, I was like, this idiot is fucking...
Let's fucking complain.
Yeah, complain, bro. She complained to the Popo, bro. Popo, Charlie, bro.
Charlie.
They dirty missed.
Bro, they came inside as well. Not even on your doorstep.
They came inside. They sat on my dining table, bro. That's the first time our house has greeted the police, bro.
Did your parents there?
My mom was there. Just me and my mom.
Like, eh? Yeah. Did you say to your mom?
Like, That's okay, innit?
And what'd they say?
They were like, you were threatening this person. I was like, I was not threatening this person. I was just asking why there is rubbish that is being dumped here. And she was like, if there's any queries that you have, then you should follow it up with the appropriate authorities and work through the council with it. And I was like, okay, I'm happy to do that, but I just want you to understand that if you look down that alleyway, it is just outside her property that there is loads and loads of junk that is being dumped, right? And also, if you on the front of that person's house, whenever they cut their grass, they don't pay. You have to pay the council for those grass bags, right? They don't do that. They just get the black bags of grass and they just dump them by a tree, and just wait for the council to come and pick it up, because inevitably, right, they're gonna come and take it, right? And I was like, I've seen them do it. I've taken photos of it. Like, this is what these people are doing, and it's ruining the neighborhood, and it's also going to cause vermin. And she was like, well, you don't have enough evidence for that. I was like, okay, fine, I'll start mounting a case.
You don't have enough. You got photos.
Yeah, she was like, the photos won't be enough. You have to show them actually coming outside. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand outside the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was like, just go through the council and figure it out and do it. But yeah, we kindly ask you not to not to speak to the person directly. And I was like, what? What am I going to do, man? I'm not going to go over there with a bat, bro. You ain't going to beat her up.
And then they left.
And then they left, bro.
And you know what is funny, isn't it? That like police decide to waste their time with they won't. They'll be like, when there's a robbery, yeah, we'll be there in about 3-4 hours.
Yeah, bro. I've had robberies and they take time. Yeah. This one,
oh yeah, we'll come over right now. Yeah, easy, innit? Tick box exercise. Yeah, like they got nothing. Someone else is getting robbed, but they're coming. Man, I tell you, everyone cries wolf, innit? I'll call the police. What they gonna do? Nothing.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do,
bro? I'm not lying. Yeah, the security guard where I went in the Philippines last week. At the hotel I was staying, had an AK-47 standing there like he was going to do something, I didn't want to go and talk to him. I didn't know where the elevators were, but I did not want to ask him, where are the elevators? Bro, he's standing like this, outside in the hotel, because there's a casino there,
Yeah, no, bro.
Like that. Bro, these guys coming with batons, they don't even have to use them. I tell you need to hand in their badges, bro. If they're... they're telling you to go through but also they're also telling you, not even saying, look, come and speak, here's our number, come and speak to us if anything else arises. But they're telling you to go to a council, bro. What's the council gonna do?
What's the council gonna do?
Council will say, you know what they'll say? They'll say, we don't get involved in neighbourly disputes, petty disputes, with your neighbours.
Yeah,
it's true, man.
There's a on that talk of petty disputes, just down where we live, there's this house. And they have had a dispute with their neighbor. So they have put this massive red sign, huge, bro. It takes up half the house, right? It's on a like this kind of canvasy material, right? Waterproof. And it says, this sign will not come down until we've resolved our dispute with this neighbor. And this is a public sign to show how much of a nuisance our neighbor is being. And we will be a nuisance to the community with this sign until this neighbor. I'm like, that is the next level pain. Just down the road. I'll send you a photo, bro. Just down the road, bro.
What is it? Dispute?
I'll post it. I'll post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll hide out.
Do you know what?
Blur out the
that's what they want
details,
to do, man. But... That's why they want it, because they're like, if someone shares this on Instagram and it starts to gather pace,
Yep. But it's that saying, isn't it? You're trying to cut your nose to what is it? Cut your nose to save your face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cut your ear off. Oh, I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That
might be the nose. You're cutting your nose, or cutting. Yeah, you're definitely cutting something off to save the face, isn't it? Man, you know what? It's funny, isn't it? Neighbor, territory. Territory is crazy. We're like animalistic over territory, man.
But that's all you have, though, and it's all so fucking expensive in London, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So you want every inch you can get.
You know what? These days as well, I think our generation argue less about it. But if it makes a significant difference, it's like you go down the road of, no, but it's the principle. It's mine. I want it. Yeah. And you're not going to do anything with it. Yeah.
No, you're not going to do anything. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with a square patch of land, bro?
For that land. Yeah. But I don't know, man. And also, you know what it is? You could have. It's funny, isn't it? When you first move into a new place or something, you've got the best relationship because, hi, how are you? Welcome. You get a basket or whatever. Yeah. And then one little thing goes wrong and you really see that person's like, no, this isn't mine. No, it's been here. But there's been...
I'm not taking that tree down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not taking the tree down. Or, bro, it's funny. I read something, or someone told me about this, where there's a person who was parking their car in their neighbour's driveway because the neighbour just let them park their car in the driveway. And obviously, when it was just a verbal agreement because they're good neighbours, you can park your car here indefinitely. But the neighbours who owned the driveway, obviously, in the house, sold up to someone else. Yeah. This person next door still parking their car in the driveway. And the new neighbours had to start off by telling them, actually, you can't park here anymore because we've got a car. And she was like, but I had an agreement with Julie and Dan. Yeah. And you're like, Bob, this is how stupid it gets, bro. And they're like, but Julie...
Serious? She had an expectation that she was still going to have
Don't even
that.
ask, yeah. You could have at least like, look, you could have, you know, when you introduce yourself, even though this is so stupid,
Here's
yeah.
some more. Here's some jelly.
No, here's a jelly.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to be parking.
Yeah, that kid I had an agreement. But do you mind if I continue to park here? And then at least the person has can actually make a decision to say, look, we've got a car, so I don't think we'll be able to accommodate that anymore. Yeah, that's something prehistoric. Yeah. It's mad. It's mental.
That's jokes.
You know what? I hope I do become that way. Yeah, when I'm old. You know why? Just entertain someone, isn't it? That's my plant. That's my leaf. Yeah, that's my leaf.
But that's what happens in our going back to Indians, right? The amount of beef that I've heard of that happens over the land, like there'll be some because obviously everyone's now had kids, and generations have gone. So there's more people, but there's like this tiny piece of land and bare arms, bro, about that, fights and legal disputes and all of that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, man.
It's true. It's true. It's everything. It's territory, innit? Like as if you're going to take that land.
What are you going to do with the land, bro?
Well, unless it's something significant, yeah? Like, really significant. Like, it's a bedroom which is disconnected from your house, actually belongs to you, but someone else is using it. Or so, do you understand, yeah? Something like that, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the point? But hey, is what it is. Unless it gives you some kind of gain, and it's like, I don't know. I'm saying this now, yeah? There'll be a time, bro, yeah? Where I realise my name...
Well, I'm going to be... I'm trying to calm you down. You'll be like, but it's the principle, bro, yeah?
What are you gonna do with that small patch of land, bro? You can barely stand in it, yeah, with both feet.
You ain't growing no fucking crops, bro.
No, I want it, man. I want it. Mine.
I want to grow those tomatoes, man.
It's more of a case that someone's told you can't have it back, and you're like, you don't want to be. You don't want to be being seen as weak, innit?
That's what it is, man.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's us, bro.
Man.
Thank you for listening. Thank you, H, for stepping in last week. Any shout outs, bro?
Nothing, man. To listeners, isn't it? For listening.
Listeners, keep listening. Keep doing your thing. Keep following. Keep sending us your questions. Ask us about your struggles.
Yeah, any land disputes.
Any land disputes. We will. If you tell us both sides or both parties what your statements are, we will be judges and tell you who deserves the land. We'll wear like a wig, those judge wigs in there. Anyway, yes, but please keep your questions and your comments, everything coming in. It keeps the pod going, it keeps us going, it keeps us getting bigger and better and stronger. So we will see you next week. Share the struggle, find the funny, and see you later, people.
Peace.
Bye.